So I've been thinking recently, and it really hurts, but I'm starting to believe that extraordinary lives are maybe not that extraordinary. Here's what I mean by this. I'm an extremely ordinary person, trying to live an extraordinary life. And what I think is the hardest is having motivation to do things that are extraordinary, because most of the time it's a lot easier to just sit there and do nothing. Once again, I've found that in my endeavors to be extraordinary, I've actually made my life less so. Now, what I've done in my life is I've lowered the amount of hours that I need to work in a week, right? So I can work on my own personal things, like YouTube videos. And well, you can see, since this is my first YouTube video, it's going pretty well. I've only been doing it for like 7 months, and first YouTube video. But I found that, I've been working like 20 hours a week max. And, it's by my own choice. I survive, I'm living, I have enough money. But I found that the thing that I lack, and it's not money, it's actually time, which is funny because you would think 20 hours a week, okay, yeah, you've got X amount of hours for the rest of the week, right? And that is true. I work like 3 days a week. But here's the problem. If you can't use those days, then you will just sit there and do nothing. And your life actually feels shorter. I know that sounds crazy, but time passes by so much differently. What I mean by this is that, for some reason, having more free time does not equate to actually feeling like you're living a more life. This week, I've put in, if you count for driving to and from the job, I've put in 65 hours in 6 days. And so it's been like a lot. And I'm not complaining about this. This was my choice. I want to do this, right? But what I'm noticing is that this week feels like I've had more time than any week I've had in the past like 6 months. And that kind of caught me by surprise. And that's why I wanted to make this YouTube video, is because I did not expect that. In the slightest bit did I expect that. I watched this YouTube video that I made about 10 years ago. I was about 14 years old. I was talking about how I didn't know if I wanted to go to college or not. I was kind of laughing to myself about it because, even today, nearly a decade later, I still don't know what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to college, but, maybe. I'm still to the age where you can do that, right? I've got no responsibilities, but I don't think I will. But I don't know what I want to do with my life, and it's kind of just a funny thing. I was talking about how fast, my life felt like it was going by. I had just finished 8th grade and going into high school the next year, and I wasn't excited for it at all. I mentioned that in the video, that I wasn't excited about it. And in retrospect, those were like the best years of my life, especially the first 2 years of high school, And it's just funny perspective, and I'm kind of glad that I have these videos to myself that I can look back on and watch, That's besides the point, though. The point of this video is that how do people live extraordinary lives? Because I haven't figured it out yet. I live in my van. I work part-time, so I have more free time. Sorry, there's cats here. This isn't my apartment. I'm currently house sitting for a friend. And it's funny, I've been thinking about if I want to keep doing this whole van life thing or not. And living, house sitting for him for a couple weeks now. It's definitely made me miss having an apartment, I'll tell you what, but that's okay. That's okay. That's for a different video. But as much as I try to be extraordinary, I think it's hard to be extraordinary in your own eyes. I think at the end of the day, you're only extraordinary to other people. Your own life is never going to seem that crazy to yourself. So that's kind of what I wanted to make this video about, is be proud of where you are and what you do, because in somebody's eyes you probably are amazing and extremely different. Because I think with myself, as many people as I talk to on a day-to-day basis, if I tell them about my life or what I do, a lot of them think it's super cool, or they think I'm crazy, or a combination of all things. And I think that's a good thing.